Wow.
Boom, baby.
Woo!
We're back.
Oh my
We're
gosh.
back.
Welcome.
I'm Jenna. Oh, yeah, welcome. I guess I jumped the gun.
Welcome back.
I'm Jenna.
And I'm Annitsa, and this is Two Blank Girls.
Two Blank Girls?
Yeah, it's
what?
the second season from the same idiots who brought you Two Bulk Girls. Okay, so instead of bulk, this time we're going to fill in the blank for you every week with a new adjective by discussing how we feel and what's happening in the world, and
Totally.
then tell you everything you didn't know you wanted to know. So,
Woo.
what? Just same characters, new season, more shit.
So much shit.
Woohoo!
Good shit.
It feels good. I'm so excited. I think we should just get to it.
Yeah, this is a big one. This, season 2, big opener. We got to just fucking
Let's
go.
get it.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
On the eve of May 9th, we are two
Brave
girls. We're fucking cool and we don't know what we're doing.
Guys, it's like we've
that
never
news to
done a
y'all?
podcast, and we've done 29 episodes now of something.
I feel like it's not an episode until we mention how we suck first.
Yeah.
And so
So,
yeah.
quickly, we just want to invite
Little
you to always visit our website, twoblankgirls.com, and also follow us on social media.
Totally Instagram, Facebook, all that cool stuff.
And if
You
you're
can also
feeling
be
generous
this is my favorite part, is telling people to be generous.
and to support us
yeah.
and be a patron.
Be a patron, be a
Patreon,
subscriber.
patreon.com.
$1, $2, 20,
Any amount.
calling all.
Unless it's like under $1, then I don't think it'll let you.
Yeah, which
I think $1 is
don't
the
do that.
minimum.
Yeah.
I mean,
$1. I have that in the bottom of my purse right now, like in change.
then why don't
can
you
do
be
it?
you know what? I want you
I know
to
I
become a
should.
patron too.
I should give us money.
No, but you're such a baller.
You know, I'm killing it.
Anyway, we do want to thank the people who are already supporting us. We love you so much, and you're
Big shout
incredible.
out to Lottie Dotson. She's a big supporter of us, and it's actually my mom.
So
I don't think she listens, but it's fine.
she's
she
a
feels it in
monetary
spirit.
supporter, but she's not an actual supporter.
It's really fun to tell the older folks how to listen to a podcast.
Oh man,
She really doesn't get it.
it's pretty
It's
funny
real
because
hard
it's like
for
my
to
dad's the
explain.
same way, where he's like, I don't know how to get on it. I'm like, Dad, it's literally on the website. Like you
Yeah.
can go to a website
Yeah,
and
you don't
push
even
play.
have to do the whole iTunes podcast. You have to get the
Yeah,
app
you don't
or
have
anything.
to-
You can
although
literally
we
go
are
to the website.
on Google Play and iTunes and
Yeah.
Spotify. Just beep.
Totally, it's for all. And my mom's on Spotify. So I'm like, Jesus Christ, she can do that, but she can't fucking figure out our podcast. But it's fine.
Anyway.
It's fine. It's fine.
We love her. We support
Yeah.
her. She is our angel.
Yeah, and speaking of Lottie Dotson and the word brave this week, could not think of a braver person, and I'm not going to get into it because I will totally start
Are
crying.
you going to start sobbing right now? Okay,
No,
before
I
we talk
will.
about how
I
we're
totally
brave,
will. Yeah.
you have someone else you think is brave, and that's your mom.
My mom is literally, I can't do this. I will start crying, and nobody needs that. Mom is super
I need
brave.
that. You need to be real right now.
My sisters are all the women, and not just, and men too, like the men, my family and my friends, all the people in my life are super brave. My boyfriend, Cole, he's brave. He's been with me 5 years.
That's the brave. I was
Real
going to say
brave.
that's probably the bravest person I know.
it takes a lot,
It's for
but yeah,
dating your
I am so inspired by, obviously there's people in the world who do amazing things and are super awesome and super brave, but I could name everyone in my family who is been that person.
Well,
for
do
me
you
too.
feel okay? So the dictionary definition of brave is ready to face and endure danger or pain, showing courage. Endure or face unpleasant conditions or behavior without showing fear, which I disagree with the without showing fear, because I think to me,
okay, yeah.
bravery is when you are afraid but you still persist.
Totally.
Like bravery is just continuing on.
Because then no one else would
despite
be
that.
brave.
No,
because they need
everyone's
to see-
afraid.
Yeah, they need to watch someone else totally scared shitless, and then they
Do it
fucking
anyway.
do it anyway, and so then that inspires. And
To me, that's the most brave, because I don't think, unless you're some sort of sociopath or you just are incredibly lucky somehow and you've never been fucking afraid in your life, I don't think
Yeah.
that's possible. I don't think it's possible.
Yeah.
I think everyone is afraid.
Totally. Even if you don't admit it, or there's some underlying thing that you don't know about, everybody has a little bit of fear in them.
And I think that bravery is so important, and it's something to aspire to.
but this
even
word
in the
is,
littlest
it
ways.
freaks me out. The word makes me nervous. When we picked this word, I was like,
Why does it make you nervous?
It's a huge deal. It's such a big thing. Think about when like you were a kid being brave. Like to me, being brave is like out of a movie. You know, being brave is like you just see like you're little and you watch like these movies of these Disney heroes and like that's brave. But then I gotta like remember that like even the small little things.
Don't you think that literally like waking up in the face of depression and just getting out of bed is brave? Like to me, I think
feel
that
like it
there
sometimes,
are
but
little braveries like every day.
Yeah. What's the definition again?
Okay, let's break it down. Showing ready to face and endure danger or pain, showing courage, and
danger or pain.
facing unpleasant conditions without showing fear, which again I disagree with. But it's just if people who are ready to face and endure danger or pain, it's like looking in the face of this adversity and whatever that may be and saying, I'm ready. Like, give it to me.
Ooh.
Give it to me.
Ooh, it's tough.
Do you when okay, we're two brave girls this week. Are you saying that you don't feel brave?
Not all the time. Well, like this Saturday,
Mm-hmm.
I have I have to be so brave.
I am so excited for you. I feel like this is straight up gonna change your fucking life, dude. Reawakening.
If I can even muster up the courage to go, because honestly, at this point right now, doesn't feel like it's gonna happen. But then I know if I don't go, I'll just like
what is it? Tell the people what it is.
Oh yeah, so I signed up a couple weeks ago to take a dance class.
Yes.
On Saturday night with this like incredibly amazing famous choreographer, and she's like an idol. I love her so much.
What's her name?
And Gallon Hooks, shout out.
Beautiful.
I'm sure a lot of y'all know her stuff because she's like, you know, dancers all of a sudden are like filming all their classes and it becomes like this
YouTube. It's like a big thing on YouTube,
yeah,
right?
and like Instagram, people are showing up.
Okay.
Anyways,
Okay.
she is amazing, and I'm going to take her class. And I have not literally stepped in a dance room in 10 years, so it is terrifying. It is so scary. I am
because you're putting yourself out there in front of other people, or is it because you're more afraid of how you'll feel?
It's probably more afraid of how I'll feel, like that I will get super discouraged because like, oh, I can't do it, or like, oh, I can't keep up, or like, oh, I'm sweating so much. And so it's like, I am terrified.
But you
totally
signed
terrified.
up.
I signed up. So I am brave for signing up.
That's step one.
That's one step of just being like, holy shit. Like a lot of people just, you know, when you have something you did when you were young and you're really good at, especially I was really good. I used to be really good and it was my life. And then I stopped and then now I'm trying to go back and it is like worse.
I think this speaks to a lot of people though. I think that is what you're saying right now is something that everyone can feel, because I know there are things that I've either always wanted to do and haven't done because somehow I'm afraid, or it was something that you loved to do as a kid but now you feel silly or scared or whatever to try it again, like to jump back in. And
I think I'm pretty brave for
brave
at least just signing up. I'm giving myself credit for that. If I don't make it, like,
no,
it's one thing, but like I tried. No, I'm kidding. We're
gonna hold you to it because
I know, because then it's gonna be shitty because everybody knows.
You've got the network of podcasters.
I've like told
behind
everybody.
You.
So if I don't do it, then I'm gonna seem like a big old wuss. So, oh God.
Dude, so but you said yourself you feel brave for just doing that, so I think that it's like going is going to make you feel even more brave. You're going to feel empowered. Leaving that place afterwards.
If I can get off the ground.
I swear to you, I think this is going to like fucking switch something in your brain and you're going to be excited. You're going to be like
I am stressing out so much just about what to wear. I literally been looking for a week of like, okay, what am I gonna wear that's not gonna show my stomach? Like it's so stupid. But I'm brave. I'm gonna show up. I'm gonna be brave.
You're brave.
It's gonna be scary, but fuck.
But fuck.
But it's like if you don't do shit in your life, it's like Jesus. It's that age-old. Fucking hell! It is that age-old thing. You know, like I'd rather. What is it? You know how like you
act like you're gonna drop this like big piece of wisdom.
This is
and then
good.
you like
and
look at me like,
totally
what was I gonna say?
You know when you say like, I'd rather have
what
like regretted it than not have. What is the thing?
Oh, 100%. You regret the opportunities you didn't take. You don't regret the things that you've done.
I'd rather regret them now than look back later in my life and wish I had done it. Is that what it is?
Sure.
whatever, that thing.
You'd rather deal with any embarrassment or whatever right now
and then
than
look
later go,
back
I
and be
wish I
like,
would have tried it.
Another time that happened to me is that audition I went on with you. Speaking of bravery, I'm going to just talk about what I popped in my head of how brave you are.
Jesus.
Annitsa is an actress, and she goes on auditions. You have to be so brave. Not saying that it's like to go on an audition is like fighting in a war or anything. I mean, it has its own thing, but to put yourself out there and have to look like a total doofus sometimes, no matter what it is, and you go every time and you do it, I am just like, oh my God, brave. That is like the bravest person I know, because I went with you once and it was the worst fucking day of my life. But that was one of those things where it's like, what if I like go and they like discover me and like I like kill it, and then I like become an actress and like book this commercial. And that was my mindset going into it. And then I walked out, I was like, oh my fucking God.
That day you were so scared.
Oh, I was so scared, but I did it.
You were shaking in your boots.
Oh, I was terrified, but I went in and did it. But I'm glad I did it. Because could you imagine if like down the road I was like, God damn it, I would never, you never know. And that's a terrible feeling. So
I think that like
I was pretty brave for going on that.
Getting out of your comfort zone is brave. Like doing something that scares you, makes you uncomfortable is brave. And you know, you did.
Then I feel maybe I am really brave.
Dude,
I do that every day.
Something
scares me every
Let me tell you, okay?
day.
Because this is where I want to talk about you, because you know,
Christ.
you say like, and also she's going to get so uncomfortable because you can't stand it when people say nice things about you. She takes compliments in the weirdest possible way. But so just
I'm being very brave listening
to this. Yeah,
she's
going to be brave right now and listen to this.
I'm literally trying to find things on my computer to do so that I don't have
You need to look me in the eye, bitch. I'm going to kneel down in front of you and like make you hold my hand while I tell you.
Let's get this
I'm going to tell
with.
you, and I was literally having a conversation with my friends at work the other day about this, about how you are the bravest fucking person that I know, because every day you push yourself to do something. Talk about like fake it till you make it, my friend. I'm obsessed with it because you're like, oh, hey, guess what? I'm going to make a tapestry. Never done it before. Oh, tomorrow I have a business. I'm going to sell them online. Oh, wait. You know what? I think photography looks kind of fun. Oh, the next day, wait, I'm shooting for like people.com. It's cool. Like you get thrown into these things. You in 1 year, you were like an assistant at a fucking sound studio, and now you're basically running behind the scenes, shooting videos, shooting photographs of Oscar-nominated actors, and like killing it. You moved to New York by yourself when you were like 19 years old. You fucking moved out to LA on a whim. You have done all of this like on your own. Yes, you have a family that supports you. Yes, you have friends, but you fucking done it. And you're a fucking modern Renaissance woman because everything you do on your own, and you fucking write the book for yourself. You don't look at something and go, oh, this is what I've been doing, so this is what I'll do forever. Like you're not stuck at anything. You just quit your job because you fucking didn't want to do it anymore, and you said, this isn't me. You quit. You had no safety net. And it was hard. Yes, it was fucking hard, and it was terrible, and you struggled, but you fucking pulled yourself up from that. And that's huge, and that's so brave. And you think that, you know, you're not brave because you don't do this or don't do that, but you don't see what you actually do every day and what that takes, because other people can't do that. Other people wouldn't do what you do. And I know right now, everyone's like, oh my God, oh my God. This is like Abby and Alana. This is like me like confessing my love for you, being like, oh my God, you're so amazing. I just want to touch your ass.
Well,
but but seriously, like you have made everything for yourself, and you have gone above and beyond to be your own boss so much of the time. And like you've written your own rules, and that's fucking incredible.
That was very nice.
I'm just saying.
Well, I appreciate it. And but see, I can't even say anything about you because now I'm going to start crying. It's going to be this thing. And everybody's going to listen to it and feel awkward and uncomfortable.
It's just two best friends like telling each other how
I
much
know.
we
I
love
hope
each
you
other.
guys are really enjoying this. This is literally the most like intimate moment, and we're like ignoring all of you guys just so we can tell each other how we feel.
I think we need.
I mean, I think
today.
it's the same thing. I think it's with both of us. We have like, no, literally, I can't talk. This is gonna be.
You better fucking do it.
I can't. Everybody's gonna listen to me crying, and it's so stupid. I'm busy.
Just defer to the cat.
Oh
Stop
my
with
God,
the distraction. Focus.
No, but it's like, both of us, for you guys who don't, I mean, so many people don't really know like our story, but I think Annitsa and I are pretty brave in the sense that like we're still here. Number one, I can't imagine two people who have been like fucking just shit on so many times. And just in general.
How many times people have said to us, "Oh, that's so
you're
cute.
so cute for trying."
Yeah, what you do, that's so cute. You guys
Yeah.
should keep doing that. And let's just be specific.
Yeah.
I'm talking about men, and I'm not. I'm just putting it out there. Like in this industry,
Totally.
it's difficult. So
Yeah, of course we picked like the worst industry to be in and the hardest one, and like the one where it's just like fucking an uphill battle every single day. But I think it takes a lot of bravery to stick it out, which is something that you and I have both done. Like we'll get like so down and so sad and like just like fuck it, and we just want to fucking pack our bags and leave. But then we remember each other. We remember like why we want to do it, and we stick it out. It's a lot of pain. It is a lot of pain to be here and trying to do what we want to do and make stuff together and as a team. And
but I think that's the thing that's kept us
create.
going for this many years is that
Yeah.
we have each other as a team. And I think like that's something that helps you be brave, I think, is knowing that you have that support
Yeah.
behind, like even that's
and
the
doing
thing,
stuff together too.
Yeah.
Having a partner to like go full force into this world with and have friends and
I feel like
stuff,
there are
so.
times when I wouldn't have been so brave if I didn't like have you behind me, like
Oh, yeah. I mean,
pushing and
same
being like,
thing.
we both get into those places and then it's just like, no, like this is my person. Like this is like, I'm doing it not just for me.
And
I'm
hope
doing it for you.
I hope all you listeners are as lucky as we are. And
Yeah.
have people who like support and push you and
Yeah,
friends
man.
who do that.
Shout out to your best friends
Woo!
because truly they are the
I
people
am
that will be there for you.
Sweating from how uncomfortable I am right now. Amazing. I love it, and I love everything you've said, and I think and the stuff that you've dealt with, and like the highs and the lows, and you still continue to push. I think you're brave for like putting yourself out there with men, and even though they have like just been the worst to you, for not because of who you are, but you've just been dealt really bad hands, but you still believe in love and are romantic. To me, that's very brave. I would have like literally just buried myself like, with some of the things that I know you've gone through. So it's just like, I swear we both,
Dude,
we're fucking killing it. That's all I gotta say.
like, and as much, okay, I hope that this doesn't sound like we're saying like we're so unlucky and that we're just,
oh my God,
we've just had to deal with shit after shit after shit.
Yeah.
And like,
everybody does it too.
Everybody has felt that
deals-
way.
And we've probably been given so many better hands than other people.
Absolutely.
So it's like my hat's off to everyone, because everyone, I think, except for like serial killers and stuff. I mean, I guess it takes a certain amount of bravery to like
to live your life exactly as you want,
you do
despite
what you
what
wanna
the
do.
world says
yeah,
to you.
do what you gotta do.
Controversial.
Not over here, but don't come near me. But I mean,
Christ.
I think everybody's got a little bit, and that's, and again, that like goes back to like the kids movies when we were kids, like Disney movies, of like, that's all you wanted to do was like be so brave. That was like the coolest thing. And so when you get older, you start losing sight of those things. So
Well, I think people get comfortable. I think that's
I just ruined it for everybody. I'm sorry.
You know
Not
what?
cool.
It's okay. This is life. It happens.
No, it happens. This is what this
She's
is
a
all about.
popular
We're just
lady. What are you
throwing
gonna
it
do?
around.
What are you gonna do? She's
That was
gonna get
my
phone calls.
uncle.
Oh,
Real
was
killing
Uncle
it.
Mitch?
My Uncle Mitch.
Oh,
Shout
hey,
out.
Mitch.
Hey, Uncle Mitch.
Dude, but I think this is what I think, that anyone who is truly themselves, especially today, like in this age where there's so much pressure to be a certain way. I mean, luckily, you know, there's a wider range of what's like cool and acceptable. It's getting better and better. But I think anyone who, you know, even when we like are assholes and make fun of someone, we at least have the sense enough to go, hey man, at least they're being themselves.
Like, do your thing, girl.
Like, even if you're looking like a fool and like, who gives a fuck?
I know. I'm usually like, get it, girl.
That's brave to me.
That's a terrible dress, but get it. Get
like
it.
You're just like living.
It.
You're like anyone who is. And I say to all of you out there, like, this is the inspiration that we need. Is we need to just look to every person, anyone that you think is living their authentic lives, and just go, yes, even if they are so far from anything you would ever be or want to be.
And that's a really hard, like you're saying, really hard to do today, because when we see on Instagram every day and you're just scrolling, looking at these I'm putting what is this called? Air quotes of perfection, like on Instagram, where like, and it's just such a, and then, well, you're a pretty fucking brave person on Instagram. You blow me away with some of the things you're willing to put out there, you know, and authentically. And so it's like, it's so hard to do that, because then you're like, oh God. And I am I worry so much about what people think, and it's a huge flaw, and I'd love to like move past it one day, and I'm working on it. But to like put yourself out there and just be like, yeah, this is me, and look like an idiot if you do, and whatever, and
be you, man,
and just do it. It's hard in this day and
age. That's brave.
So, yeah, killing people.
I mean,
killing people.
They're
killing.
Again,
people are
what is
killing
this, like,
it.
Serial killer, murder.
I have a problem. I've been listening to this new true crime podcast, and it's like on my head a lot.
You are all about the true crime.
Woo,
that's
I gotta
a whole
stop.
Other,
I gotta pump the brakes on that.
That's a whole other
I'm starting
episode.
to have like major nightmares. You know, I feel like I've become like a little bit of a recluse. I'm super paranoid.
Wow,
but it's fine.
Tangent. Let's just
tangent. Bring it back around. But as far as
do you remember a time like specifically in your life when you were brave, like when you were younger? I know you're saying like now I
just told you, like I honestly.
She says she has no memories of
I have
like
premature Alzheimer's because
God.
I cannot remember anything when I was young, but I know I was brave, because when you're a kid, you are brave. It literally is just in it. Like, is it the word inherent? Is that right? Okay.
Yeah.
It's in you. Like when you're a kid, you just don't give a fuck, and you just do what you want, and you're just like, yeah, and like nothing matters. So I'm trying to, I mean, I used to get on fucking stage and dance as a little kid in front of people, and it was like everything, and I just did not care, and I was just like, you know, but like learning, I remember, well, okay, I just remembered a story. Okay, woo.
Oh,
things are coming back, baby. It's getting sharp.
Mind stimulation.
My dad took me to a county fair, and there was this insane roller coaster ride.
Ooh.
I was young, and I wanted to go on it so bad. I was just like, I don't care. I'm going. I barely reached the height limit, and it was one of those big ones that like went upside down. It was at a fair, which is so scary.
They
like,
built it the day before.
Real scary. And so my dad was just like, I cannot go on that with you. I can't. I'm too scared. Like, I cannot do it.
Whoa.
But he's like, I can't stop you either. Like, you, if this is something you, and I was just determined. I was like, I'm going to ride this fucking ride. And I did. He let me do it. I was young, and I rode with a fucking older teenage kid.
To go by yourself? That's a big deal.
And my dad ended up puking in the trash can from watching me. He got so sick because I think it was his daughter, his little girl. He was also nauseous from watching going. It was one of those that spin and went upside down. And I was probably like, I was little. I mean, just barely enough to get on the ride. But I went by myself, and I was like, and I killed it. So
yeah, that's brave.
It's pretty brave.
That's a brave moment.
Pretty brave,
dude. I
know you got some, because you, like, to me, you don't really have like, you're kind of fearless in the sense that I feel like you'll just do whatever.
I mean, I'm glad you have that perception of me.
You do. I think
that's a good thing to have. I mean, I definitely get scared. I can think of the times that I think I was the most brave are when I've been standing up for someone else.
Yeah.
Been standing up for,
you're good at that.
Like when someone's getting like bullied or harassed or I'm incredibly loyal to like my family and my friends. So if anybody comes at my people, I have no problem saying what I need to say and doing what I need to do. And I think those are the times that I've been the most brave, because it's not about me. You know, it's like
totally.
it's doing something for someone else
That's
and
scary
being better
for somebody else.
Yeah. And I think the times that I have been the most brave for myself, I almost feel it's more about defiance than bravery per se, I guess. And I kind of feel like my bravery is like in reaction sometimes, which I don't know if that's the best thing. Like, okay, this is such a rant. This is the time I was most proud of myself, and I can look back and go, God damn it, I love that girl.
Yeah.
Like, how did I know? When I was like 13 years old, I was 14, whatever. I was in 8th grade, just about to go into high school, and we were deciding like, okay, you got to pick your classes for high school.
Yeah.
Now you got to set your schedule. And I knew 100% that I wanted to take French and Spanish.
Yeah.
Because I loved both of the languages, and I said, I want to take both.
Yeah.
Not even a question in my mind. They took me into the fucking principal's office and sat me down, the assistant principal, the principal, and one of the teachers, and they sat me down and they said, you can't do that. And I said, what? Why can't I do that? And they're like, it's going to be too hard. It's going to be too hard to do both, to do 2 languages. Like, you don't want to start off high school struggling.
Yeah.
And I literally looked them in the face and I said, no, I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Like, there's no, I didn't even for a second
Yeah.
let them make me question myself, because I knew, like, this is what I want to do. This is what I'm going to do. Fucking, like, authority figures in my life there sat me down and said, you cannot do this. It's going to be too hard for you.
Yeah.
And I said, well, I'm going to do it. So sorry. Guess what,
Badass.
fuckers? I got straight A's, A+, in fact, all through high school. I took them both for 4 years, and I had them back to back.
I wish my story was that
So,
cool.
but I mean,
like,
but
I'd
I
love
look,
to speak cool 2 languages.
but dude, I mean, I just look back at that and I go, here was a moment when I was like young and impressionable, and these fucking authority figures were saying to me like, you can't do this.
Yeah.
And I said, yes, I can.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Didn't even question it. And I'm like,
Yeah.
where is that person now? Because
Ooh,
there are times where I don't feel that.
I know.
You know what I mean? Like, I can remember when I wasn't brave, though. There was a specific moment. It was literally a year later. A year later, the same person that I was, I wanted to audition for My Fair Lady, for the musical.
Yeah.
And because I love performing and I love singing and I loved acting, and I hadn't really gotten to do it yet. And my mom drove me to the school, drove me to the audition.
Yeah.
I got out, walked up the steps to the auditorium, and I stood out in the lobby and I heard the person before me singing. And it was like a junior or senior, and she was so good.
Yeah.
She was so good, and I sat there and I heard it, and I just walked out.
Yeah.
I just couldn't do it. I just literally turned around, walked out, and my mom was waiting. She's like, what happened? I was just like, I can't go. We gotta go. And I just was like, I just fucking backed out, and I couldn't do it. And I remember being
we can't always though. Sometimes, you know, and I think it's like maybe that's part of like learning about life, is like take those things happening, and then you look and you go, all right, never again. And then that pushes you to go forward, because oh my God, the stories. Those kinds of stories for me are, I've been brave before, but then I've had those moments where I just couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Creeping up on me right now about this Saturday, so I'm not gonna lie.
You're gonna push through it though, because honestly,
great.
When you think about it, those moments when you are terrified, when has it ever been a mistake to actually do it? You know what I mean? Like you said, it's like, it's terrifying at the moment, but then afterwards you're like, I survived.
Shit. It's always like that too. It's always like
that bad.
I mean, I have to be brave when I go get like my fucking teeth clean. You know what I mean? So like, there's so many, you have to be brave in so many, and there's so many amazing people in the world who have done brave things, big and little. I mean, we could literally do a whole hour on that. But there's this story that I really want to tell, because it's a small story, and that's where I feel like it could inspire people. You don't have to be like a Joan of Arc, a fucking Malala. Or it just, of course that's amazing and everyone should strive for that, but it's in the little things too. And it's about this woman. Is it? God, now Jesus. I had it all queued up and now I'm just slipping. Anyways, it's this woman in New Jersey. Big like stock market, worked in the market, had like all making like, 6-figure salary. and decided one day that her and her husband wanted to move a little further out, get a little bit piece of land, and raise a baby goat, which then turned into 3 or 4 baby goats. And then they were approached about a disabled goat, and that was going to be just tossed, killed.
Baby,
Yeah.
no.
So she took it in and found a way to rehabilitate. And then now she owns like the biggest animal sanctuary and saves goats, horses, pigs with disabilities.
Wow.
And it's such a small little part of the world. And it's just like, and she gets them wheelchairs and they live like the greatest life ever. And she left like a 6. And so that is, to me, is like the bravest thing, to leave like money.
Anyone
and, like,
who has the bravery to do that,
being comfortable and like having their life set up to go and be selfless. So you hear my voice?
She's crying. She's
Dude,
about
I
to
can't
cry.
talk about baby goats without crying. But it's called Goats of Anarchy. And if you guys don't know about her, you can follow
Does
them
she
on
have, like, an
Instagram.
Instagram?
Yep,
Yeah.
Goats of Anarchy. They are the sweetest baby angels in their little wheelchairs, and they have she gives them the greatest life. You can donate, be brave, spend a little of your money, I guess, is there something, and help them, or think of something like a even smaller acts. But she is so brave to leave, because I know in this day and age it's hard to leave a really comfortable job,
Something stable,
insurance, money, stability, to go, but
It's
she
terrifying.
left it to go fucking raise goats.
And to be who she wanted to be, like, despite being like, wow, on the surface, I'm
and
successful.
Everybody was probably like,
you're an idiot.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
You're helping goats. And
well, that's
but
exactly
now
it.
it's
Is
just
that
like,
she
oh my God.
she was just going to be exactly who she wanted to be and didn't care about what anybody
So
thought. And
she's like the fucking coolest to me. So check them out, Goats of Anarchy. They're the cool. And if anything, it's like, it
Something
will bring
cute.
so much light to your life when you see these and they all have names and personalities, and she like, oh my God, it's the greatest.
Well,
The
dude,
greatest.
I mean, but you mentioned Malala, and I don't think, yes, like, I don't think you can actually talk about bravery without mentioning her name, because she's the youngest Nobel Peace Prize winner
insane.
ever. She's 17. She was 17 when she won.
Yeah.
That was almost 2 years to the day after she was shot in the face and the neck by the Taliban for wanting to educate women and young girls in Pakistan.
Which
like,
is just like
how,
the most insane thing.
How fucking, like, now I want to cry, because to me, like, and we said there are just simple brave acts. There are just being a human every fucking day is brave, because it is so hard. But someone who is so young that can stand up and like get shot in the fucking face
and then come back after that
and
still continue to like get in their face
to
and
be passionate,
fight.
to say what you want to say. She didn't let them stop her.
Yeah.
She'll never let them stop her. And to me, that, like, I don't care how many times people talk about her, and if you think that it's Malala again, well, guess what? Yeah, it's fucking Malala again, because
it's crazy.
It's out of control. Like, I have so much respect for her, and I think that if I met her, I would cry in a puddle on the ground and
she's amazing.
Thank her forever. So yeah, you don't have to be Malala brave. You don't have to quit your 6-figure job to be brave, but like, just know that you are. I think that you are brave. Honestly, like, if you just look hard enough, you're brave.
Yeah.
Oh my God, we're just like an after-school special, right?
What happened to this episode?
Like, we're just like feeling all this like power and love, and it's beautiful.
I mean, if we really just want to tell some like shitty stories, I got plenty of those. But I feel like we're on such a high as far as like, being brave, and like, I mean, I even love when you're brave and then maybe it doesn't work out. At least you tried.
For sure.
You know what I mean? I have lots of those. But
you're brave when you go up and ask somebody out on a date.
Oh,
that's
God.
brave. That's extremely brave.
I have never done that in my life, but the one time in New York, and I'll tell you, for all those, I don't know if you know this story, but I was at a bar in New York. Literally have never gone up to a guy in my life.
Oh, I know
ever.
this story.
And there was this dude in the room, and I just was obsessed. I was like, he is so cute. I am just like, can't stop staring at him. He would look at me, but it was awkward. It was across the room, and I didn't know what to do. And I finally, my other best friend, Jenny, she's like, you got to give him your number. You just got to do it. And I was like, okay. And I finally mustered the courage to, is it muster?
Yeah.
Fuck, I just like need to go back to school. Anyways, I mustered up the courage and I wrote my little phone number down, but then he left. He started to leave and walk out the door, and I was like,
Bitch,
oh my
no.
God, that's it. Like, I missed it, and I'm a fucking idiot. But then a flame flickered inside of me. And I went and I tried to be brave, and I ran outside after him.
Woo!
And but this was my move. I went, "Excuse me!" I like screamed like that. Sorry, Busy. I just scared the cat. I said, "Excuse me!" Like screaming at him to the point where he turns around. He's like, "What?" And I go, "I think you dropped this," and I ran away.
And
I
threw
just
it at
fucking,
him?
I dropped I said, "I think you dropped this," like it was a receipt or something. And I threw my number at him, and then I ran as fast as I could, jumped in a taxi. And then the only thing is I couldn't even pick up the phone when he called. I had Jenny do it. But I was at least brave enough to run after him, give him my phone number. He was Australian. It was awesome. So.
And then you guys had a little something?
No, we actually never did. So point of the story.
Hey, man.
Sometimes it doesn't work out, but at least you did it in the
Hell
the end.
yeah.
But no.
Because I've regretted when I haven't done it.
Oh, it's the worst.
That's the thing. You regret when you don't do it. Like, you might be embarrassed for a second if it gets weird,
for
but
one moment and fucking
it could change your fucking life.
Scream at a dude running
Yell
across
at him,
New York.
Chase him down like a stalker. Do it.
Do it.
I love how we were like wrapping this up with like these lovely stories, and now we're like, yeah, why don't you go get yourself a boy?
Get a boy. Hot. Sometimes you gotta get it. You gotta get it in. That's what I meant to say.
Get it.
All right, guys, excuse me. I'm going to go take a class now. Bye. How do you guys feel?
Ooh, I don't know if you guys could hear that AC kicking in right at the end there,
hot.
but
it's getting hot in California.
so it's nice and cool in here now. But we want to just thank you.
You guys are
for
amazing.
listening, and always follow us.
Come back.
Seek us out. Come back.
Oh, yes,
listen to
follow
us.
Come back.
It's all
you know the spiel.
It's
you know
all,
how it fucking works.
It's all the same, but we love you.
Be brave, y'all. Listen to these.
Listen to
Fs.
that. Is that a Sarah Bareilles song?
Be brave. That you wanna say. Bye.